All right, so your hourly base budget should be done at this point. We've determined your net income. You've determined your tax percentage to be able to determine that net income. You've planned for some savings, and then you have your monthly budget left over for what you could spend because you paid yourself first. Going through, we had our cost of living totaled out on line 26 or 4A. We had our transportation totaled out, and then food and health. We then ended with education and discretionary spending equaling your total costs. If you're like me, you may have found that you went a little over budget, like $757. Okay. And I thought I was being pretty conservative going through, but really, I mean, living on 25 hours a week, even at the highest wage of $16.50, which is over minimum wage right now, is pretty crazy. I'm not going to be able to live off of that with what I have. So the best thing you could do at this point is to be able to actually go through and adjust your budget. But really, I'd like you to kind of keep it where it is because I want you to see how it compares to a salary-based budget coming up. We're going to go down to the tab at the bottom of our spreadsheet and we're going to click over to a salary-based budget to be able to create this. You can see at the top here, there's an access to the salary-based budget walkthrough, and you can click that and it's going to take you to a presentation that's going to walk you through the exact same thing we did. However, it's going to be for a salary based. So you can see that you're going to use the career search tool online to find a future career you're interested in. And then you're going to look at the job outlook information to figure out the salary within the zip code of the city you want to live in. And that's going to help you determine your annual gross wage. So you can see here that you're going to choose a career choice in the annual salary, bring that down and do the same thing we did. And I would like you to kind of think about how could you live your life in the city you're going to live in and see what your balance is at the end compared to your hourly budget balance. So with that, you're going to walk through the presentation and keep clicking through to go through each piece just like we did before. And you're going to be able to compare that salary-based budget with that hourly-based budget. There's also going to be a reflection for you to do as well inside of Teams. So note with this assignment that there is not only just the spreadsheet that you're going to do, but there's also going to be a Word document for you to reflect after you've done both of these budgets to compare them together. And hopefully you'll be able to see that a salary-based budget is going to be a lot different than an hourly-based budget as long as you are picking a salary that is probably a lot higher than the poverty level. So what I think is really important is that you have a poverty level that is in America. So for instance, if you are a family of 4, if you're under $26,000 a year, you're in poverty. And I'm not trying to say that that's a bad thing. I just want you to be aware that it's really, really hard to live on that, especially as a family of 4. We just determined for me that a family of 1 at 20 grand is really hard to live on. I can't imagine being a family of 4 trying to live off of that. Remember that the average amount that a American makes in salary is 55 grand. So if you're looking for like a baseline of what kind of salary career should you be going for the median, which is the middle point, you're looking at about 55 or higher as a median point for the entire United States. So I think it's important to kind of keep that in mind because we already know we're not going to bring $55,000 home. We're going to pay part of that in taxes. And then how could you live off that? And right now in the salary-based budget, you're still living as a single individual. We haven't even talked about kids or spouses or other things that you're going to be able to budget for. We're just talking about living like as a young adult without anyone else to take care of off of a salary. So don't forget to do that reflection and work through that on your own and see how you can compare your salary-based budget to your hourly-based budget.